it. They will take it all day. But I don't know where VAR came with that notion. I don't know how they convinced the referee to finally change his mind and award that penalty. There was no. It's nothing like a penalty in India. I thought VAR in Europe was better than EPL, but today, man, it was shame. There was a shame that penalty was awarded, and annoyingly so towards the end of the game for a team that was playing at home as well in Inter Milan. I don't even know. It was a very bizarre decision. Transit Sports TV, March day 6, Champions League this season in Europe. It's been a little bit tricky for some teams, and some more games were played today. We're going to run through them, and just before we go give you the results, finally, Arne Slot decides to respect football. I'm going to tell you how Arne Slot changed his mind and decided to respect football. We'll also talk about Chelsea. Maresca did some tactical changes today, but unfortunately, though he changed the game for Chelsea, but they couldn't see the game out. They lost 2-1. Atalanta doing what they have been doing all season in Champions League, coming from behind after first half to score 2 goals to win their game like they did last time. So the results for today were Olympiacos won away to Karat and Mati. Bayern Munich came from behind to beat Sporting CP 3-1 in Germany, and AS Monaco beat Galatasaray 1-0. Atalanta, like I said, beat Chelsea 2-1 in Italy. Barcelona came from behind as well to beat Frankfurt 2-1. Inter Milan lost 0-1 in Italy to Liverpool in a very questionable penalty awarded to Liverpool. PSV lost to Atletico Madrid at home 3-2, and Tottenham finally win a game at home, beating Slavia Prague 3-0. And Union Saint-Gilloise lost at home to Marseille. For the sake of this video, we're going to start focus on Liverpool and the Liverpool game versus Inter Milan, and obviously Chelsea losing away to Atalanta. For the Liverpool game, like I said, Arne Slot, I've been very critical of him since they've been in this mess they've been in this season. And one of the things I thought about is that him not respecting the basic principles of football, especially when in times like this, all you do, you have to try and stay compact and make your team difficult to beat, stop conceding goals, and then you can build confidence from there and get your goal. Because obviously, or as long as you keep a clean sheet, you have a chance, just one shot, to win the game. And Arne Slot have continued to be stubborn, thinking that he could, continue to disrespect football and still get Liverpool out of this mess. But today, he showed that he has learned his lesson, and he has finally made up his mind to go back to the basics and start to, grow the confidence of this team, considering the kind of the player that he has on his squad. And what did he do today? He reverted to a 4-4-2 formation, making that midfield very, very impenetrable for Inter Milan. And that has been the issue for Liverpool. There has not been any protection for the back four. So today he packed that midfield, had 4 midfielders in that midfield, and played with Isak and Ekitike. Isak, doesn't really like to go to the wings. So between him and Ekitike was the one running around doing all the pressing around, while Isak tried to stay central as much as he could. So this, gave Liverpool a lot of numbers in the midfield and made it difficult for Inter Milan to open up the way they have been opened up so many times this season. And they kept a clean sheet and obviously won the game. Though, if you ask me, that penalty was nowhere close to being a penalty. Liverpool, the way where they are now, they will take it. They will take it all day. But I don't know where VAR came with that notion. I don't know how they convinced the referee to finally change his mind and award that penalty. There was it's nothing like a penalty in India. I thought VAR in Europe was better than EPL, but today, man, it was shame. There was a shame that penalty was awarded, and annoyingly so towards the end of the game for a team that was playing at home as well in Inter Milan. I don't even know. It was a very bizarre decision right there by VAR, and Inter Milan lost that game. I don't want to go into much detail. I just want to identify, just to let you know what I saw that Liverpool did today, and I saw that decided to do with this team. Obviously, Salah is out of the squad right now, so he went with 2 strikers and 4 midfielders and compacted that midfield. Opened up, allowed the spaces in the wing, on the wings for Inter Milan to try to see what they can do, and they, of course, all the crosses that came in, Van Dijk and Kanute were able to deal with it, and obviously playing with Gomez at the right back, obviously just meant that Liverpool actually played with 3 centre halves, with 4 midfielders. So it was always going to be difficult for Inter Milan to penetrate them and get anything. They didn't really allow much in the game. Then we move to Chelsea. Chelsea today, I'm going to say it again. Chelsea fans need to start to respect Maresca. He's not a bad coach at all. The only thing I know about Chelsea is that squad is not balanced, is not assembled to compete. But he is doing magic with this squad. Today, you could see that team was jaded. And this is the reason why he's been trying to rest players. Because in the EP, there are so many games, and he's wearing these players out. So sometimes when he can, he rests players. Today, just like we saw with Arsenal in the last game against Aston Villa, you could see that some of these players in Chelsea, we are jaded. There was no intensity in Chelsea's game today. The players could not press. They couldn't really, they were just hanging in there. It was just a kind of, it wasn't an exciting game to watch it against Atalanta. Though Atalanta tried to make things happen, had a couple of goals. I think 1 or 2 goals are disallowed. But Chelsea just tried to stay in the game and try to nick it. Eventually, got their goal. And it became very loose in the midfield for Chelsea. They couldn't compete. They couldn't just compete. Once they came back from second half, from what we have seen all season from Atalanta, they took over that midfield, took over the game, the intensity increased, and they got their goal as well. So Maresca did something that I respected him for today. He did his changes, and those changes helped Chelsea to get some grip in the midfield. He brought Malo Gusto into the midfield, removed Enzo, and also took out Neto and brought in Garnacho, who for me, he has not been an exciting signing for Chelsea. Yeah, he hasn't done, with all the noise, I don't think he has done much for Chelsea this season. So once those changes were made, Chelsea began to have grip of the midfield. But unfortunately, they considered that goal, which I don't know what Cucurella and Co were doing in the first goal. Allowing that guy to run through that defense like that and drop that cross for Schumacher, and they got the equalizer. And after that, Chelsea were shaky, and they considered that the winning goal, which was always on that game. You could see that they were going to score that goal. So yeah, Maresca, I don't think any Chelsea fan would blame Maresca in this one. I think the reason why Chelsea lost this game today was fatigue. Those players are fatigued, and Caicedo had fairly good game, but he looked a little bit rusty. He hasn't played in the last 2 games. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think Arne Slot is going to keep this formation that he has found? Do you think it's the reason why Liverpool don't concede any goals today? Or what else do Liverpool do to continue or to sustain this clean sheet, or at least stop to concede goals? And again, do you agree with me that Maresca is actually doing magic with the squad he has with Chelsea? And I will see you again tomorrow after the Arsenal game. Ciao.